That's Dom on the beat.
Y'all ready to talk to the queen? Check me out. You can call me queen. What? Everybody pay attention because you're talking to me. Y'all ready to talk to the queen? Say that again. Talk your shit, queen. I know you lying. Sheesh. Everybody pay attention because you're talking to me. Woo. You can call me queen. Talk your shit, queen.
That's Dom on the beat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Queen Talk Podcast. And tonight we got a special episode, guys. We're gonna do things a little free tonight. As you know, I am your host. I am your girl, Queen Dom. And joining me on tonight from my crew, give it up for Lean, y'all. Oh, she got the girls out tonight. Don't play with her. All right, and King Don will be joining us shortly, guys. What's up, lady?
What's up? Look, I'm ready for tonight.
You ready? That's good. We got a good one on tonight. Like I said, we gotta be doing some.
Kind of big.
I told you, like, you made sure the girls came out to say, "Hey, Professor Ogilvy." Yes. Look, I what's that? Sunkist?
Yeah, sugar free. That's all I drink.
Mm.
Sugar free drinks. So it's pretty good. Tastes the same to me.
I mean, I'm all for it. You know, I used to live with my grandmother, and she had diabetes, and she would get sugar-free everything.
Yeah, my ex diabetic, and he got me everything. But they taste good.
I grew up,
like
The
A&W Ruga is like my favorite, like the sugar-free.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. She used to have sugar-free jelly, sugar-free everything, like, literally. I grew up like liking it. It was to the point where when I had stuff that had sugar in it, I'd be like, "Oh my god, there's so much sugar!" Yes, it's like you taste it right away. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, some of that stuff used to be tart, but it still would be good.
So how was your day? How was your day?
My day was so busy. I just made it back in town yesterday, but getting back to work today, I mean, it was busy, and I was the only one of us who showed up for work today, so I had to carry my load, and everybody else I'm like, why y'all ain't send me a memo that y'all wasn't coming? So I could have called in too.
Exactly.
It was definitely one of those. But I can't complain. It was a nice week. Before forgot to put this on vibrate. But it was a nice week so far. I got a chance to come back home. It was for a split second. But I came down there for an award. I'm gonna share with y'all a little later. And I got my little ones to perform down there, man. And I mean, in a crowd full of like over 400 people from all over the world.
Oh wow!
Gave them standing ovation, man.
Oh, that's congrats.
They lit the stage on fire, like. And I don't mean Alicia Keys. Yeah, they did. It did my little heart good. I'm still, getting all the pictures and videos in, so I'll be able to share and post. But it definitely made me proud. Good. What about you? How was your day? How's your mental today?
Oh man, it started off kind of like you said. Listen, one of my teachers. Decided it wasn't. Well, listen. I'm gonna just say something came up and they didn't give
enough heads up.
So I had to carry the students at clinicals today by myself. So it was, yeah.
Like, and it's different when you got to take somebody else's class. It's like, dang.
I say, yeah. Listen, we about to go. Let's just wrap this shit up. Listen, they like, for real, I'm like, listen, I'm not doing this to you.
No.
Wrapping it up, giving an assignment, and
right. But that's the good part about about college is that you can make those kind of calls. K through 12, y'all gotta sit here. Like, I mean, and the kids were even reacting because I wound up having to take a class or two, and I had a kid like just couldn't keep their little hands to themselves, like just reached around another student, popped another student in the face, just cause.
You sure that wasn't my son?
It was actually, we'll make it bad, it's a girl. And we both sipped at the same time to that.
I like it. Your lipstick is cute. I like that color ombre. Look like ombre.
Yeah, it is. I've been embracing the purple lip.
Oh yeah.
A lot more, and I just dashed it with a little pink ombre, and it went together. That's why I was like, "Oh, I like this."
It's doing what it's doing. I love
It's
it.
doing what it's doing. Thank you. Cause look, I'll be having to practice in the mirror. Cause I don't know how to do this. I am not a makeup artist, but I be trying to look cute. So thank you. Look, I want to share this with y'all today. I had a coworker today and tell you how much black girls how our hair is definitely connected to how we're feeling. More or less how our hair looks determines how we feel. And like I said, today was my first day back, and when I first saw her, I was like, I noticed that her hair was different, but I didn't get a chance to tell her I really liked it. But when I went back, that's when I told her, I was like, hey, I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier, but I really like your hair. It's really pretty. And so she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I look cute. Like, I mean, I really was like, I said, and it looks so freeing, like, light, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my first time seeing her natural hair. And I don't know if she was really feeling, connected to it or whatever. But, man, next thing I know, she had tears in her eyes. She was like, man, thank you. I said, you wasn't feeling your hair, huh? She was like, no, I wasn't. I said, man, that go to show you how black girls, we are so into our hair so much that it really determines how our mood is going to be. Now, we know if our hair is snatched, which we got, our attitude is in the air. Like, what you mean?
Walking like which one you
excuse me, right?
Out and stuff, and you just like, and somebody tell you that, like, that's when I first cut my natural at Southern. And the guy was like walking past and say, "Oh, that's you right there."
Ah.
Oh, okay, like yeah. So that was my moment too, because when I first cut my hair, my daughter was like, "You look a hot mess."
That used to be Chelsea's thing. She used to love saying that. Look a hot mess. Sound a hot mess. Is a hot mess.
You a hot mess. You look a hot mess, and then walk away like, damn, like this shit. I'm like,
yeah. She definitely was matter of fact with it too.
Oh yeah. That's funny.
So I had some. I was trying to stall a little bit for King Don to make it in, but we know he make a grand entrance, so it is what it is. I had some interesting things to start out with. My little step fell. So as you guys know, if you're just joining us, today is the wind down. We are we're towards the end of the week. We had a lot going on in the beginning of the week, and we are just going to have a good night of conversation. Wherever the conversation lead us is where we will go. So we're going to start the conversation off with something that, is something that we haven't really, we never talked about, even on our Queen Talk After Dark episode. But it is definitely under that umbrella. I was looking at an article today, and it talked about things. It's a list, and it said list of things that you should try sexually at some point in your life. Okay. Dun dun dun. Are you ready for number one?
I guess.
Before we get into that, I want to ask you, all right? Mm-hmm. Do you initiate sex?
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I'm one of those. Can I have some D type of person? I text
Uh-huh.
and like all that, small talk or touching.
So you're not a small talk kind of girl.
No. Yeah. Well, let me say it like this: if I want to get to the point, like especially if somebody that I rarely talk to, like I'm not about to. Oh, how was your day? How's everything going? How's the family? Like say I want something like. Let's just cut.
Let's cut the chase.
Yeah, let's cut the chase.
And get to it. Let's cut to the chase. I mean, yeah. Now I would say.
I do.
You do? I would say I initiated more like in my wild child days. Like now, I'm a lot more calm. But I mean, for me to just be like, can I have it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different kind of knot. Yeah. Can I have some more? Why you in the giving mood? Come by and see about me. Right? But definitely I think about, times where I just would just flat out ask it, and like I have gotten looked like, wow. And I just was like, maybe I shouldn't have said it that way.
Yeah, straight to the point. I've had that saying like, damn, you ain't waste no time. Like,
yeah.
Like we playing, we got Netflix on, like we ain't about to watch it. We not about to watch the Notebook. Like let's just get to
right. I mean, like, why are we stalling? But I think sometimes the stall is sexy though. Like, and I do mean sometimes. But it's just, I guess the innocence in trying not to just, makes it that much more desirable. Because you really like, I'm trying not to think about sex here, but like, man, you're taking me there. Just by how you look, how you smell, like what we're talking about in particular. And I'm trying to be mature, but it's not really working.
About Bruce Almighty. Remember when he did this and all this stuff?
Oh!
Like, that's me. Like
that is so funny.
Look, they'll turn around 1 second. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Like, yeah.
Right. And that's how I had my first child. I swear the same thing happened exactly.
I'm definitely the Bruce Almighty chick. I mean, look, they turn it back. They getting, like, man. I'm like, like damn, like that.
I really wonder, is that sexy to a man or is that a turn off for women to, be the initiator? Cause like nobody ever just says, like, fellas that are watching, like, make sure y'all chime in and let us know. Like, is that something that's sexy to a man, or like, are y'all like, nah, rather not?
Like y'all rather,
or is it a turn off? Let me say.
Like y'all rather unwrap the gift, or y'all want the Bruce Almighty?
Look, do you want to be like Mr. Brown? You teeter-totter, or do you want that Bruce Almighty experience? Man, when that boy leaned his arms back, man, that was the funniest thing to me. Like, I remember like laughing so loud at that.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
That's why I'm laughing to myself, because I could the moment that I'm just like.
But I will say, yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, usually it's just like dress. And that's it. Like, so it's not much to take off. So it's just like, it's really fast. Like, I don't have to take off panties and bottoms.
So let me ask you this: what is the most turn on for you? Like, is it conversation with the guy? Like, and I'm saying that in context of what we're talking about right now. Like, what gets us? I know the pollen been messing with everybody. My allergies have been so toe up, but. I'm saying that in the context of what we're talking about, like, what will get you to the point where you like, okay, we're stalling at this point, like, are we gonna do this or not? Like, is it the conversation? I mean, are you guys roughhousing, y'all playing a game, maybe like Uno or something? Or y'all? I heard you say you got Netflix going on in the background. Is it a sexy movie? Like,
well, most now at this big age is mostly. I was just about to say drinking. So once I get drinks in me, I ain't really for the play. It's just like, listen,
I'm there. Are you?
Listen, look, I want you.
And I want you to want me too.
Yeah. So most times, I'm like out when I do, go on dates, having the drinks. When the drinks come in, start moving. So I really, at that point, it's just anything to, like, I was like, listen, what you want to do? Or you want to go back to the house? Like, let's go back to the house. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, we already then, it's all the flirting and, this, like, man, I want you type of stuff. All right.
But I mean, usually when you go back to the house for a nightcap, it's kind of like, okay,
right.
It's more than likely gonna happen. But there are those times where you just like, I'm just saying me, because I will try as much as I can, but if we didn't already went there,
energy,
I'm just
like, I think the sexual energy there, like,
yes,
vibing with somebody like that.
Yeah, but I think it's more to crave when you haven't had it from that person yet, and then y'all that close. Like I said, if we having a nightcap, to me that's more of an intimate setting. We don't have the interruption of a waiter or waitress coming to ask us anything. We don't have the hustle and bustle of people around us at other tables, or if we outside somewhere, like we don't have to worry about anything but us. Like my voice, your voice, my energy, your energy, my skin, your skin, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and then,
these people watching, and they might think, I'm an innocent, person, the caregiving person, but usually, when, like I said, when I'm on, like when I was going on dates with people who I really connect with, like I said, there's a lot of flirting, there's a lot of touching. See, when I'm with that person, like everything really does not exist. So,
right.
I wear dresses a lot, so that's
easy access.
You know what I mean? So it's like we sit next to each other, I grab his hand and like, like, oh. So so we doing that at the at the restaurant, at the bar, have a seat and we just so they know what it is. So I'm getting them worked up, like man, like so we do a lot of those, playing like oh man, yeah, shit, you got me like shit. I ain't. Oh no, I'm playing. I was gonna say I ain't had sex all year, but no, that's a lie. He said had some grievous sex.
Wait a minute. That's not supposed to be funny, but that was funny. I'm sorry. Oh my god, man! Any sex where you not feeling yourself or you like in a down mood, that I don't care what anybody says. That is like an automatic pick me up.
Mm-hmm. Pick me up. Yeah, that's the name. Pick me up. I like the aggressive, like, let me say, I like the sweet men that's like, they sweet, but when it's that time, they like, like, give me that.
They
like,
ready.
Oh, man, like that.
Like that song, girl, give me that. Girl, give me that.
Man, listen, I want to, matter of fact, Janique put me on the song. Damn, I got to sing you this song. When I tell you this song is so aggressive and like, you going to give me that, you going to beg, I'm a heavy. I'm like, oh, God.
What? Who is this guy?
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. It's going to be quick. I'm about to, because I know it's in my library. Hold on, because that song was so damn, nasty. I said, God damn. I mean, for me, I said, damn. Oh, is this?
I'm listening. Why she pulling that up, guys?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you good. Because I want to hear what it is.
I'm trying to see how I can send it to you because I know you can do more stuff than I can. It's HYMU, Sweet Days. So I don't. I've never heard of this. Shit. Okay.
You said that's the name?
It's Hit Your Mama Up. That's the name. Hit Your Mama Up. You have listen. Listen. I'm about to see you. Right, let me see if I can share it. So here you go. Oh.
I got you.
That's it.
What you running for? Bitch, you better not run from me.
That's it.
What you running for? What they say? Bitch, bend over, stand up on your toes, locking these back, now your back getting.
Wait a minute, this is a song that turned you on?
Asshole, I've been a BBW and grip a back rose.
Oh!
And I put it in a soul.
Wait a minute, we gonna have to check this out on the pod live. Like, we gotta check this out. Man, listen to me. When you said that, I'm thinking that it was about to be like one of them like slow and steady jams, like Tank or something like that. Man, you definitely took us back to college. Remember the what was that? It was one of them concerts. I don't know if it was the Greek night or what. No, it was the concert right before homecoming. And because I remember the comedian, like right after you went off the stage, girl, give me that, right? Mm-hmm. Man, he come back on talking about, oh, y'all like that song, huh? Talking about y'all singing that loud.
Listen, man, that's the same reaction I had when I heard this. I was like, what the hell is this trash? I love it.
I love it. Because sometimes, man, the thing that I love about, just sex in general is that it don't have to be one way. It don't have to be prim and proper and correct and this part first, that part next, and then this. You know what I'm saying? It could be some ratchet ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
That whole entire listen, I promise if you listen to the whole everything, it's like
I can't wait.
He's going through it like, bitch, why you running? Bring it like, whoa, sit. Bring it, girl. It's.
Man,
all the aggressive shit,
and then the name of it is "Hit Your Mama Up." Come on.
Yes. Listen, he gonna beat that shit up. Yes, you gonna have to hit your mama up. Like that's how bad you gonna beat.
Oh.
Yeah. I man. Like, Paul. Paul walks everybody.
I'm appalled. Wow. And then it's a TikTok challenge though.
What day?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I didn't know that. Like, I heard, I was just like, that's all the stuff that I like. That aggressive, like, I like that in the bedroom, not like just every day. Like, I couldn't talk to a guy that's just aggressively speaking like that, but in the proper setting, all those words, like, oh, girl, get you going. It gets me going. Like, yes, it gets the people going.
Ah! Man, that is so funny. Come on, man. I gotta see this.
Listen, I'm telling you, like the whole, it's like it ain't that long.
Man, you didn't put me on. Yeah, it's only 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
And 2 minutes and 18 seconds of pure.
I'm about
to tear it up. Like, and I was I believe every 2 minutes and 18 seconds that he was doing that to somebody for real. And I was like, how can I get a servant in this?
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh, that was just like,
man. Now all of you is watching, they know. Look, if your little sneaky link is tuned in, all you gotta do is turn this on. You gonna be ready.
Let me see. I hear it. Be looking, come around. They start playing that song. I'm like, I don't know what's up.
Man.
Okay.
I am so joked out because I'm just like, man, it slapped. But like the fact that he talking about
that whole, his energy from the beginning, that was just a few seconds you played. That was the entire, like his energy, that entire 2 minutes was that. And it's like he was Like who? Like he meant that. Like ass running, bitch, bring that ass in. I'm a. Oh girl, it was just like.
Hold on, I gotta see this.
What you running for? Bitch, you better not run from me. What you running for? What they say? Bitch, bend over, stand up on your toes.
Oh.
Your knees back, now your back getting gold.
Let me get off of that.
I've been a BB dog.
Oh. Well, look, welcome to the hot 7:30 on the Queen Talk Podcast. You are live. Listen to the radio station. Y'all call in. Let us know what your next request is gonna be. Oh man, that was a good one. It slapped. That been slap, man.
Nice. I ain't lying. I don't know who that young man.
I gotta add that to my playlist.
I'm telling you, look, I was sitting in the car, Shazam. I said, who the hell is this? And then it came up. I said, oh, I'm looking at her like, yeah, bitch, this was you listening to, looking all innocent in church, going to church. And
then you said Janique sent it to you, Lord.
We was in the car, but we was riding. Because we try to go out every other weekend. Trying to do stuff and, you know. Girl, I mean, just riding like nothing, like she don't hear this shit. I'm like,
wait, rewind that. What he said? Man,
girl,
look. When I tell you that give me that's already in my playlist, I'm definitely adding this one to it.
You got listen. I'm telling
that way
you,
I could cut up when I'm hey,
listen,
and then
when you listen to that whole song, just listen to the words. Like I said,
that's what. Yeah,
it's the confidence. Listen, I believe that young man.
But listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. It sounds pretty painful, but I like the delivery. But sometimes pain is pleasure. Sometimes it gotta hurt a little, just as long as it hurt good. Snap, snap, snap.
I'll try once, you know.
Man, that's what's up. So we done found a new jam, y'all. And it is not for the little ones. So make sure you put them away before you listen to this content, boo.
The AT's rolling, boy. Y'all saw AT lean up.
T-Leany. Oh, man. I love it. So, look, we talked about whether or not, you know, you initiate sex, but what, let me ask you this. Do you expect a man to initiate sex? I know that you said that you have, or that you're comfortable with it. Do you expect the man to do it, or? Oh, yeah.
Expect, yeah. If he's not initiating, I would think something's wrong. Like, you know.
I got you.
You know. Especially if, you know, I guess around the first date type stuff, like I don't really want them to be too aggressive with it, because it's like, God damn, you know, we just went got, you know, some crab cakes or something. We have to smash for some,
crab cakes.
But if we're on, you know, if we're chilling and, you know, vibe, the touching, and, you know, I expect. But like I said, if I have that alcohol, listen.
If I'm ready, then I'm ready. Or more or less, if I'm ready, then get ready.
Yeah, get ready.
That's what I'm talking about. Get ready, get ready. But let me tell you what I found on this article, right? Mm-hmm. So, on this article, it's definitely, it says 6 of the most important sex trends to experience before the end of this year. Okay. It said before the end of 2022, but let's aim it for 2023. All right. 6 of the most important sex trends to experience before this year's end. Number 1, you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Erotic, ASMR, and audio porn.
Nah. Nah.
Listen, audio porn, okay? Audio porn. So here's the thing. Now, those of us who are out there who did not know, but ASMR, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying the actual letters or if I'm just supposed to try to make this a word or not, but we just gonna roll with it. But anyway, this stands for ASMR, 4 letters. It stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, okay? So basically, these are the tingles that are triggered by certain sounds, like whispers or fingernail scratching. So that brings me back to the audio porn part. So think about it. All right, let's just be adults about this. When you hear certain sounds, you get turned on. Okay, so like for moans and stuff like that, we know that that's a thing for guys. It's a turn on. You know what I'm saying? Like to them, they have turned you on, and your response to them turning you on is a moan, right? So it makes them like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm paying it up.
Yes! Or I'm about to, ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm giving it to her, right? But this is saying that this is an important thing to try. And it says the biggest thing is to put on your headphones. That's what it says. Put on your headphones and let your imagination do the rest. This is number 1. Are you willing to try this?
Listen, it's funny because when you were saying it, I was laughing because what I don't like about porn is the talking. Like when it's like, oh, come here and that shit. I like literally.
But it's not okay. So it's not the conversation; it's the sounds of sex.
Sound.
So yeah. So like, okay, what was different for me was seeing like the nail scratching. Like, I'm not a nail on the wall kind of scratcher, guess. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know what that would sound like to even know if I would be turned on or not by it. But just the thought of nail scratching sound like, I mean, what that sound like? I mean,
I you know what I thought about, like while you were saying it, I can imagine because that like the mud bug, the things when the people eating the crab and making the sounds, like people really like that, like so that with porn I don't see it's not far-fetched because they have a lot of ASM people that does that. They have like they have a white girl, she does the whispering, she does that.
So this is really a thing.
Yeah, she does the entire video. She's like speaking like this. They have a lot of people that do this, like the other for the food. It's like mud buck or something like that.
Uh-huh.
They literally have a microphone by their mouth. They eat and crunch, like that's the sounds of them. So they actually slurping, food ripping out.
Oh, you know what this brings me back to? Auntie Angie, I think her name is.
Yeah,
the fellatio lady.
Yep.
Because that's what the sound she makes when she is giving the fellatio instructions.
Yep.
That is true. But you said you wouldn't be willing to try it?
No.
I'm willing to try that shit. I want to see if it's working. Yes.
It worked because I faked so many times, like just so I know that the person can have an orgasm. Like I've done it a lot of times. Like
so we can move on.
Yes. Like even if
it's
good,
I have been there
good,
before. Yeah.
Even if it's good, it's like this is like it hurts now. Like
yeah, because sometimes it can linger too long. You're like, come on, man, can we like get on to a movie or something now? Like
I started doing the fellatio audible, whatever you just said, the audible sound. and then I know, well, from my partners, they would like, oh, I can, tell that they get excited. Like when they get sound, they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah.
But what would that be like for a man to moan though? Listen, let me tell you, one of my partners, like, not only was he a moaner, but he was a loud moaner, and I didn't know how to do with that at first. Like, I was just so caught off guard that I didn't. And it wasn't like
Oh my God.
he wasn't trying to sound like a woman, but it was a manly, like, ooh and ah.
Catch you off guard, like you kind of like.
It's like, let me tell you, it was like at one point I had my eyes closed, and then when I say mine, it was like,
Oh yes.
like the emoji, like. And look, in the dark, when I tell you I could see the reflection of my own eyes in the dark, like, damn, what's really happening here? You know? But I wasn't turned off, but it was very different for me. You know what I'm saying? And I had to ask myself, because I really liked this guy, right? So, you know, the relationship continued, but I still was like hung up about that, like, how do I really feel about this? Like,
I actually told one of my partners, like, stop talking. Like, stop.
and some men are like that too. Like, they are talkers. Like, they will get right in your ear.
And I was like, stop. I say, stop talking. Like,
Now, I'm okay with the talking. Like, that is a turn on for me, which I didn't think that I would be. But it wasn't until he, I guess, got excited talking in my ear one time, and he licked the inside of my ear, and the shit was over with. I didn't like that sound at all. Like that, whatever that sound, it just, you know what sound I'm talking about, man. Oh man,
nobody.
it was like my shit went from like the fucking water, the well, to the desert, like. When nigga went from Blue Bayou to the dirt, like, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And like, and the thing was that he was so into it. I didn't want to ruin it for him, but like my shit was dry. Like, I ain't like that shit at all.
And that's when, I mean, really, listen, I'm okay with stopping. Nope, I'm done. I'm good. I've done it a lot of times. Like, nah, nope. It's enough. Oh, you should. Nah, just stop. It doesn't. It's not pleasing me at this point. Listen, I'm not about to listen. I'm not about to sit up here and get brush burners in my face.
Oh man.
Trying to let the
and they will
finish. And, no, that's wrap
and someone they'll try to pretend like they don't hear you. Like,
wrap this shit up, buddy.
I be like, yo, I gotta pee. Hold on, let me get up right quick.
But you know what? I really enjoyed like music being on. Like, so I really.
Oh yeah.
I really don't want to hear like anything, like anybody. So like I literally like the words to songs. That's why I told you when I'm listening to that song, I'm like, because which I wouldn't have sex on that song.
I would try it though, because that's something funny that you both can like, take the edge off a little bit.
Man, listen, I tell you, I had a guy. I really was like, yeah, I don't want this, and I had music playing, of course, and then a church song came on, and I was like, thank you, Lord, and it was just like nobody had to say nothing. It was like, all right, like it was literally random.
Yeah, I did not think that's what you was about to say.
It was a first. I mean, I don't know if it was "Take Me to the King" or something. It literally we both.
Now that could have went the other way, because he could have tried to take you to the king, sexually. But let me ask you this: like, have you ever had a guy like when a song come on and he try to like smash on beat, like stroke on beat? Listen, I had a man do me that before, like, and I was trying to be mature, but man, I bust out laughing. But the sensation to him made it feel better, because every time I laugh, that was it was contracting, and I mean, I'm laughing, but he like, dang, do that shit again. Oh man.
Yeah, like, okay.
He climaxed from my laugh, man. That's a story for the books.
That's a story.
But like, that has definitely happened, but that is so true. But I have had guys to definitely go stroke on beat and be into the music. But you know what? I find that having music on is more calming for me. because I can't seem to get my mind to stop chasing while I'm in the act, and that's, you know, that's counterproductive. You know, you're supposed to be like right in tune with the person and everything. So the music helps me to not think about anything else but that.
Exactly. And like I said, it's hard to have an orgasm when you're thinking about stuff like, oh man, this.
Like, damn, I gotta go pick up some bread tomorrow.
Like,
Shit.
damn, like, why you breathing like that? Or why are you like, yeah, you know, so when you got the music on, you know, and especially like it's a song, you know, and it's like, you know, pertaining to sex, and it's like,
yes.
oh, you know, it's like, oh God, like, and the person knows what they're doing, you just like, oh God, this is very, you know.
And that makes it that much more long too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only enjoyable for one of us, because my mind is just going. And I mean, I have done that a lot before, and even with, you know, like good sex, like, or people that I was into, like, I just could not get my mind to stop thinking about everything that I needed to accomplish, or stuff that I forgot to do in a day. Like, damn, I forgot to do this. You know what I'm saying? And then that made, you know, them finish and I didn't, and I'm sitting there like, dang. Now I'm up all night and they sleeping good next to me, like snoring, counting sheep.
I'm thinking about Janet Jackson at the end of the song. Dang, I didn't even get to that. Did you? Like, you know,
yeah.
Nah, man. Listen, I need mine too. You know,
I need mine too.
Stop, you know, start telling people, you know, that if you're not enjoying it, because, you know, you're cheating yourself, you know, because you're like, oh, I want them to have, you know, make sure they, man, what about me? Like, what about me getting it? Like, nah.
So let me ask you this on that subject. Like, is it important for you to get yours before he gets his?
Oh, no, because it's hard for me to get mine. So I will be okay with him getting, because, you know, especially if he's a lone winder, you know, I'm like, listen, go ahead,
listen,
do that. Listen, you can go.
The news is gonna come on at some time, buddy. I need to see what's going on in the world.
Hey, y'all, listen, people can say what they want about them roses, but I'd say give me 30 seconds.
Man, let me tell you, with any toy, like, it'd be too much sensation all at one time. Like, I'm not gonna be past a minute on any day. I don't care if it's a long day. Like, that shit gonna be over with if I got a toy.
Over with. Like, listen,
I mean, quickly over.
Look, I got a guy that's interested, like, loves toys, and look, I wound up getting two, all the different, you know, you know, try to come over and play. I said, listen, sir, if you plan on, you better do not do that, because
it's gonna be over before it gets started.
Man, don't listen. Got the toy, and like, I'm like, listen. If you plan on doing anything after this, it's 30 seconds.
Oh man!
I would suggest you not start with this. Like, don't start. I'm like, so let's end with it, so we can end with a bang. So it's like,
yes,
bang. So you do what you gotta do. Listen, you about to let me get the toy and just
right.
Let's do it together, and that'd be the, you know what I'm saying? Because
that's funny. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just about to say, I'm like the men, like, don't touch me.
Don't
touch me.
I don't know what it is, but it's like, if they try to touch it, it's like, it make your skin crawl. Like, don't,
right,
just,
exactly. It's
just leave me be. Like, don't give me a towel, nothing. Like,
yeah, people be like, let's cuddle, and man, don't touch me. Give me a minute.
I'm hot at this point. Like, I'm not interested in cuddling. Like, you got the fire, the flame up my spine at this point. Like, I don't need a blanket. I don't need nothing. I just need you to be on your side. Just don't touch me.
Do what you do, but
give me that space. Man, that is so crazy. But you know what else is that, you know, we don't talk about how hard it is for us, as women, and even as black women. Like, I know for a fact, we do not talk about the difficulties of reaching a climax. with the partner. It's easy with a toy because the toy is literally set up to make sure that you get this climax and you get this same type of climax every single time. And, no matter if it takes you 10 seconds or 30 seconds, that's what's going to happen at the end of it. Okay? But every time you are with your partner, that may not necessarily happen because it really depends on if they're actually getting those spots or if you actually know what's going to get you there.
Yeah, and it's sometimes I think is when a person, it's hard. Some men don't read the room well.
No.
Like when you're like in a certain spot and you're like, and then they switch it up. Like, no.
Like, don't switch it up. Go back.
No, do that. Like, yes, do that. But then it's like, they get like,
Let me tell you, one time that happened, and I was like, no, why you stop? I got mad. Like, why you stop? And like, he really was like, man, that shit hurt. The position I'm in, I had to switch it up, man. I'm on one leg on this one right here. And then I thought about like, oh, my bad. But I'm just saying, like, I was ready. I was almost there. Or I felt like it was about to be there. Yes. But you know what? Like, that same guy challenged me to get to know myself enough to know what I like or what would get me there every time. And that wasn't something that I realized right away. And even the more I mature, the more, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same each time. So me continuing to explore always keeps me to a point where I know what it'll be close to, at least. Like, it's about to happen. Like, do this. And then I know it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
Look, they must be watching the pod. Like, look, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. So let me ask you this: like, if and going back to because we never got past number one yet, right. But they say that sometimes visuals can be a tad bit intrusive. Now, limiting your imagination, of course, becomes a point of setting you free. Now, it says also, the tingles can be triggered by certain sounds like whispers or fingernail scratching. Now, this takes the traditional ASMR and ups the ante. The whispers may start talking dirty. The tapping may morph into about a friendly spanking. Now it says also, since both ASMR and sex pertain to the realm of intimate, it seems inevitable that a subgenre would emerge that would overlap that explicit. So I want to know if, I guess that's where like masking and that kind of stuff comes in, because it literally impairs your vision to where you have to use your imagination only. So I can see where it makes sense where this is a thing, but it's saying that this is number one, that you must try the most important sex trend, to experience. So, hearing that way, does that change it for you? Or are you still like, nah, I'm not going to try it?
I'm not going to try it.
I want to try that shit.
Listen, but you got to...
Now, and let me tell you why. Because I'm a musical person. Sounds are important to me, okay? As a music engineer, I grab a bunch of different sounds from things that people don't really pay attention to, and then I bring it all together and make one musical work. So why wouldn't I try the audio sounds?
That may be something. And listen, report back. When you do, because.
But still, even if but it still would be hearsay. Like, you have to at least try it. I guess, okay, this is why it's funny to me, because I'm just like, I need to hear an example of what that shit should sound like, because I could just make up some shit and then I'll probably laugh like, what the fuck am I saying? Like, what am I doing?
Let me give you an example. Bitch, bend over.
smoke like a tree. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. But wait, let me give you a perfect example. Remember the Yin Yang twins?
Oh yeah.
They was crazy. Yes, that wait till you see my. Yes, I had to curve it because I can hear some little background people, but. Think about this. Now, first of all, that song came about as a mistake because they were hoarse in the studio. And instead of them trying to, use their hoarse voices to try to get through this recording, because if anybody knows anything about recording sessions, once that session is paid for, you can't get your money back. You can't reschedule. None of that stuff. And it's usually hard to try to reschedule anyway. But they went through and just whispered the whole thing. And that song was at the top of the charts for I don't know how long.
That was a hit, a whole song.
A whole song! Wait till I show you this. Hey, B, I'm gonna beat that up. Bam, 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 bam. And what's crazy is he was whispering to us the whole time. But think about that. That sounded like a whisper in our ear. So you gotta try it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a few details.
We're gonna have to get some trials in here.
Brett,
what's it supposed to sound
Brett
like?
Brett can't sing. You can't be in my. Brett smelling like. No.
Oh man, no.
He gotta have some ground.
It gotta be that Listerine experience.
Oh yeah.
that minty clean. It got now. That's the smell of clean. Listerine all day. Yes. Put that on a shirt.
Okay.
That's the smell of clean. Guess what number 2 is?
Tasting something.
Nope, it's 2 words brought together. It is called menstruation.
Oh, wait. Menstruation?
Yes. Now.
Please don't tell me the first word is menstruation.
So masturbation can take the edge off of pain, especially period pain. Hence the name menstruation. Now, a recent study conducted by sexual wellness company Womanizer and menstrual cap brand Lunette, I hope I'm saying that right, who partnered together to conduct a small study on menstruation, found that 42% of 341 study participants said solo sex addressed period pain best. Overall, more than 90% of the participants recommended masturbation for relief of period pain. Man, I have never had period pain and thought, I should masturbate.
Yeah. Who gonna, yeah. I need to question those 300.
Because if the pain is that bad, I'm trying to take me some medicine, get in a fetal position with a bunch of blankets on me, and go to sleep until the pain is gone.
It's like I say, we got to question the no offense, the racial.
Wait, what's crazy is this is the site that I'm on. Now I don't know the people who were tested, but the site that I'm on is called Black Media Detroit, BLAC.
Listen, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. What people do in their bedrooms
that they don't talk about.
That they don't talk about. But like I said, with toys and fingers during that time of the month, I don't really. I mean, I don't listen. To each his own. If it works for you, if it's better than mine, man, go ahead and.
But there are people who actually engage in the actual sex act while they're on their periods. Like, I know. I don't like the look of it, okay? And I'm not an Oompa Loompa. I don't like the way it smells. I don't like the blood sit. Like,
listen, I never was opposed to it. Listen, put that towel down. 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 Put that Listen, when you see the memes or something, say you know this meme when they have a towel laid out on the bed. That's what they talk.
Listen,
about.
I never tried it. That is the most vulnerable part in a woman's life in that month to me. And I just be like, I can have on buku clothes, but I still feel like I walked in a room naked. So imagine. Well, the most I would be able to do is imagine, because I just, I don't know. Maybe if it's on a lighter day or something, not on a heavy one. Have you tried it before?
Oh, of course. Listen. I don't. Listen, like the saying goes, the period don't stop nothing but traffic. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
What?
Already, you know what I mean? Like I probably say that wrong. A period don't stop nothing but a sentence or something like that. It's something like that.
That is hilarious. A period don't stop nothing but a sentence.
I'm like the traffic. Listen, I probably putting this shit together because I'm thinking about a red light. Listen, a red light, and I think it's a period. That would make sense.
Now I have had sex to where it made my period come down, but like never have I just
pulled that tampon out and.
No, I would be. Because let me tell you, like, oral is one of my favorites, and I would feel so weird if I let him go down, and then I just rather not.
Listen, that's the part of my. Yeah, man, I'm learning about this, man. Like, look at my wilder days. Like, that's all on him.
We all had our wild child days, man.
So I'm listen, I don't know, it's like that time of the month I get even more.
The fact that they did a whole study on this though, and that there are really
a lot of people,
black people in the world, a 341 participant study of black women have said that
many studies. Let me tell you this, I know people have oral sex during that time, and men. Listen, I heard a lot of things.
So that's where they get that shit from, saying that it tastes like pennies, like.
Yeah, because they tasted before. Like, I know some men who was.
I thought they were just being funny, like, because you know, like when a smell gets in your mouth, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really thought that that's where that came from, but now just piecing it together, that must be how they know that what blood tastes like. That's nasty. That's nasty. But
don't judge those.
If that's why I said. But whatever floats your boat. Now,
don't judge the men.
No, now this is totally off the grid here, and this is not on my list. But I want to know if you would ever go to a sex club, like where group activities are going on. Maybe she has already. Long pause.
I had for almost 40 years of living. Yeah, I watched. I had.
I got a family member who definitely like is not necessarily in a relationship or not, but she and her partner, like, he take her to like swinger parties.
Yeah, I guess people gravitate to me for those conversations. Like, I could be anywhere. Like, more so now, and men will have conversations like, "Hey, have you been to?" And I'm like, it's funny when I hear, like, "Oh, maybe I'll see you there." Like this is not.
Maybe I'll see you there.
Oh, yeah,
Hold on.
This has happened recently. Yeah, this is happening.
I'll be like, wait, dog. Tell me which one you going to so I could be there.
No, I mean, ain't too many here, in the city like that. So every is the same.
But they got two down there though. Two that I know about.
Yeah, but one is more popular. You know, people.
Yeah, one is more popular. Yeah.
Treating that one more. And the guy was just like, "Oh, you know, I got some edibles y'all wanted," and giving us some like start talking about it. And I don't know you, so I'm just listening to the conversation. And then I'm like, you know, they asked, I'm like, yeah, I've been, you know. And then it was like, oh, really? Oh, maybe I see you there. Like, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, okay. This has gotten different, but I'm with it. But now, here's the thing for me. Like, I still would be willing to try it. Like, I never been personally, but I would try it. Like, I would go at least once. Because here's the thing, too. Like, I mean, even when it comes down to men and strip clubs and stuff, like, people think that it's such a horrible thing for a man to go to a strip club. And it really isn't, because a boyfriend that I had, for sure, I used to give him singles to go because it just wasn't my thing to go. Because I do know that there's couples that go together and stuff like that. But it wasn't something that I could get into. But I would give him his little singles to go through it. And when he got back home to me, like, it was some of the best that I had, okay? So I was just like, how much more often you need to go here for me to have it like this every time?
I guess because I'm more like, if you can tell, like the more aggressive. Like usually I gravitate to people that I'm more of an aggressive. So if someone is overly sexual to me, like it kind of turns me off. Like if they want to do strip clubs so much, like, oh, you know what I mean, or sex clubs, like it's like. You know what I mean? Like I like the guys that's like, you know, I don't really care for it, you know. But if you want to do it, then I can do it. But you know, but the ones that's like, just gotta, you know, I gotta.
Like we gotta do it.
He has to do it. Like it's something, you know. It makes me think like, man, this nigga probably getting a blowjob in a, you know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Now this guy in particular, like he's not, well, wasn't that type of guy or whatever. Like, I mean, I don't know what he does now. Like, we're not together, but I'm just saying that, you know, it wasn't necessarily his thing. It wasn't something that he had to go to every week or every so often, blah blah blah. It really was his friends like, hey, let's go, and he like, all right, my partner's going, and I'm like, okay, cool, go have fun, I'm not coming. You know what I'm saying? So that would be how that exchange was. And I mean, even his parents, when they found out about it, was like, you really let him go? I'm like, we let him, number one, and then number two, like, that's on him.
Right.
What they didn't know was that he was giving me that good when he came out. But they'll never know. All right, you had fun tonight?
Girl, I did. I'm so look, girl talk.
Girl talk. Ow. Now, I'm gonna personally send you the rest of this article so you can check out the rest of the things, because remember, it is 6 things that everyone must try before this year is out. It is an important sex trend.
So listen, is it like just like topics you could just do the rest like bam, 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 or you have to read it all the way out?
No, I don't have to read it all the way out. So let's do this. All right, we read through number 1 and number 2. So number 3 is, and I'll go kind of fast, sustainable sex toys. Number 4 is self-determined sexy. 2 snaps up. Okay. Number 5 is sonic tech and biomimicry. I hope I said that right. Now I gotta read the breakdown of it, because I want you to know what that says. Sex toys are reaching new levels of precision, pleasure, and customizable play, all aimed at one goal: bigger, more forceful, fuller bodied orgasm. Sonic tech, which adapts fantasy toothbrush technology to sex toys. Wait,
What?
is a big buzzword in the latest crop of pleasurable products. Now, let me make you laugh right quick.
Wait.
One of my friends, okay, so think about it, it says toothbrush technology. So I'm thinking about the brushes, you know, like when you press the button and it.
Yeah. Oh.
That girl said, "Oh, stop." But it's saying that these sex toys emit powerful sonic waves in this thing. So that's pulsating. Woo! Now, let me make you laugh right quick. One of my friends told me that she was just like, because I had a toy that broke. It was like a bullet toy, like, you know, that you can engage with couple thing or whatever. And she straight up was like, yo, go buy a toothbrush. I was like, what? She was like, I'm telling you. I kid you not. She said that shit to me. She was like, yo, go buy a toothbrush, man. Like, although I never tried it, she gave me like some definite like, yo, me and my husband tried this and like this shit was like the best thing. But like she really went out and bought a toothbrush and
wow.
Went to the moon, okay? And I don't mean Bruno Mars. We're not talking to the moon. I actually landed. Let me put my flag here, okay? Now, they have a testimonial here. It says, it gives the person names, but it says that this is one of the first to embrace the sonic waves in a service of transformative orgasm. Now, this is a sophisticated free vibrator that uses microbiotics and biomimicry to generate a dual orgasm, a clitoral and vaginal orgasm that happens at the same time. Now, I have experienced that before, and that is electrifying. It's like your whole body gets stiff, like.
Yeah, that's crazy. We were talking like not like just be quick, like I was talking to a friend about anal sex and having an orgasm from anal. So we can talk about that another.
Yes, we do. We gotta bring back Queen Talk After Dark. And finally, the last one. It says, "Get kinky with it." Na 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 na. Yeah. All right. Yeah. My voice is like my higher register is not where it needs to be. So y'all gonna get all of this low register tonight. That's right. It says since 2010, the American Psychiatric Association has declared fetishism and BDSM, did we talk about that? Bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission to no longer be pathology. As binaries get bent, kink is emerging from its often self-imposed dungeon. But for the kinky or the kink curious, kink represents much more than submersive sex. It's modality, I'm messing that up. All right, it's willing to confront and act out questions of power, agency, and identity. It offers its enthusiasts the potential to discover within its protocols kink as a vehicle for anticipation, communication, presence, intimacy, release, and even liberation.
That's my love language right there. Come on, Nick.
Woo! I felt liberated just reading that. Like, I feel like we need to talk more about BDSM because there are so many of us out here that are actually into BDSM but are afraid to talk about it and even afraid to tell our partners that hey, this is what we want or this is what we like out of fear of feeling like freaky, like weird freaky.
Oh, yes.
But man, if it's anything like what I just read, I want some of that. That's all I'm saying. Okay, y'all, we had so much fun tonight. I don't even need to do a solo screen because we definitely did the damn thing together. The dynamic duo reporting to you live on this good Thursday night for Queen Talk Podcast. Make sure you guys check us out on next week as we tackle a very important subject that I definitely want to wait until next week to talk about. Until next time, it's your girl Dom and your girl Lean from my crew reporting to you live. Until next time, bye.